Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. Coca-Cola, there's magic when we cheer together. And by Hardison and Cochran, dial 919 all fours for a free legal consultation.
Hello again, happy holidays. Welcome to the Carolina Insider. My name is Jones Angel. I'll be guiding you through the next 30 minutes as we talk Tar Heels. As you can imagine, with the holiday season, not a ton of action going on, but still have a bunch to bring you today. We'll start, of course, with men's basketball. Carolina bouncing back after that difficult stretch when they went out west and then to Indiana and just didn't have a lot of time to practice and improve. Carolina, after having some time to settle in, has now run off 4 consecutive wins. The latest coming in Charlotte on Wednesday night against Michigan. We'll show you some highlights from that big victory over the Wolverines. Lots been going on with Carolina football, even without any action on the field, including the Tar Heels hiring some new offensive staff members. Those new staff members and Mack Brown met with the media earlier this week. You'll hear from all 3 of those gentlemen. Bubba Cunningham will join us as well. Bubba sent out a nice video talking about the season in total, the year in total for Carolina Athletics. We'll let you hear from Bubba as well. But let's start with Carolina and Michigan. 5th time in the last 6 years that these two teams have met. This one came in the Jumpman Invitational in Charlotte. Let's check out some highlights.
Kind of a likely candidate to guard Pete Nance, but they are not choosing to do so.
Tar Heels get a turnover, ends up to Baycott, and he gets the run out, two-handed flush. Baycott slow to get back down the floor. Wide open, corner 3, Leaky Black is good.
Sometimes you think it's luck. It happens more than just a couple times, and you figure the kid knows what he's doing.
R.J. Davis straight on 3 to knock in his first basket. Tar Heels on the run. R.J. Davis to Love, an open look in transition. He's fouled and hits the 3. R.J. Davis lost the dribble, but dives to the floor to save it to Love. Love, crossover, drive, scoop, and score. Crossover by R.J. Davis over left wing to Love. Back to Davis. He'll pump fake for 3. Now get an open look at it and swish it home. Davis in the center jump circle with a little more than a minute to go. Pulls up for a quick 3. Give it to him.
Michigan taking advantage of every opportunity.
Baycott faces up on the right baseline. His fall away in the paint is good. 51-46. Baycott spinning to the right side. No good, but Leaky Black, the two-handed hammer on the putback.
Yeah, Carolina's done a pretty good job of not fouling other teams, but tonight it's been a hard one to come by.
Love. Tough. Oh, what a pass. Big bounce pass to Baycott for the throwdown. As Love gets a steal, anticipated the pass, and hammers it home with the right-handed tomahawk.
Boy, I tell you what, that was great anticipation. I mean, he read it beautifully. He must have seen it in the eyes. That cross court.
Faces up, back out to Davis. Gets a screen from Baycott, pulls up for the triple. Yes!
That's a biggie.
As R.J. Davis around the screen to Nance. No pocket pass to Pete for the dunk and the foul. Haven't scored in 3 minutes. Baycott through the middle of the paint. Layup good and the foul. Has to go out to Leaky Black. Shot clock down to 6. Davis, the runner, left side off the window for 2. And the Tar Heels, a couple of big-time, neutral site, non-conference games right before the holiday. And the Heels win it 80-76.
I'm not even assessing where we are right now. We beat Michigan today. Michigan's an unbelievable team, and I'll be honest with you, you know what I'm thinking right now? Christmas break. I'm thinking about Christmas. I'm thinking about uninterrupted, unhurried time with my wife and my 3 kids. That's on my mind. And then when we meet at 7 p.m. on the 26th, then I can tell you where my mind is. My mind will be on Pittsburgh. But right now, it's on Christmas. And so I'm looking forward to going home and hanging out with the family.
I'm not gonna believe this, girl.
Mom! Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it.
Opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. Hurry, lock in this low rate on a new 2022 F-150, plus make no payments for 90 days. Choose from thousands of Ford trucks and SUVs only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for being here with us. Of course, underneath the Carolina Insider umbrella, we also have streaming shows throughout the week. Hope you're able to join us on any of those Go Heels social channels. Part of that is our weekend recap. Adam Lucas and I sit down and talk about some of the happenings around Carolina athletics. Let's let you take a little look at this week's version of that. Tar Heels, after that 4-game swoon where they had all the travel, they've still had a lot of travel, but they've been able to pull off 4 consecutive wins, the 2 home wins over Georgia Tech and the Citadel. More recently, the victory in New York against Ohio State, and then a very solid win over Michigan in Charlotte. Really impressive stretch for Hubert Davis and his team.
Especially these last 2 at these neutral sites, the win over Ohio State at Madison Square Garden, the win over Michigan at the Spectrum Center. They just felt like NCAA tournament games. Yeah. And that'll help the Tar Heels as you get later into the postseason, both the ACC postseason and the NCAA postseason. Those are going to feel like more familiar environments because you played in these types of games. Now, you may not have quite the boisterous Tar Heel crowd in the postseason that Carolina had both in New York and in Charlotte. Those were great crowds. But also the Tar Heels played well and energized those crowds. Armando Bacot, terrific in both those games, and then scoring 26 points against Michigan in a big matchup with Hunter Dickinson, in which he clearly won that matchup and made Dickinson look very average. RJ Davis shot the ball great, made 4 3-pointers. Leaky Black with some big Leaky Black type plays, both defensively and offensively. Carolina's just fun to watch right now, and that wasn't always the case a month ago.
28 and 15 for Bacot in the win over Ohio State, then 26 and 5 more rebounds in the victory over Michigan. Certainly he, as Adam referenced, multiple guys have played well, but Bacot really having a strong back-to-back games against good teams. Adam, another thing that the Tar Heels have done well is they've started sharing the ball much better and not turning it over as much, although the Heels were never turning it over a ton. But in relation to the assist, it was a number that they did not like. RJ Davis, Caleb Love, of course, they have the ball in their hands so much. Those guys and others really doing a much better job in that assist-to-turnover ratio.
The Davis and Love assist-to-turnover ratio was in the negative during the 4-game losing streak. They had 18 assists and 21 turnovers. But now in this 4-game winning streak, they've got 37 assists, 21 turnovers. it just looks like it's flowing better. I think part of that's due to some increased defensive pressure that's creating some opportunities to run, and the Tar Heels really being conscious of looking ahead. I think Caleb Love's done a better job of looking for his teammates, especially Armando Bacot. They seem to have a pretty good connection. And just the Tar Heels seem to know where each other are going more specifically than they did earlier, where it just felt like they were thinking too much.
All right, so what's next for the Tar Heels? They do have a couple of days off, as Hubert Davis said in the locker room after that Michigan game. The Heels were going to sprint to the holiday break to have a deep breath and try to regroup a bit. They will reconvene in Chapel Hill on December 26th. Then the Heels on the road, ACC play. They'll face Pittsburgh. That game, the date and the time has been a moving target for that game. It has been locked in December 30th. That's a Friday at noon, a Friday noon game for Carolina and Pittsburgh to help your holiday season. That's at noon again on December 30th. We're on the air radio-wise at 11 a.m. Pitt just coming off a big win, by the way. They picked up a road victory at Syracuse a couple days ago. So Panthers playing well. That'll be a good one. All right, Adam, let's talk a little football. It has been an incredible few weeks for the Tar Heels and for everybody. We mentioned this a week or two ago. This first 3 weeks or so of December has become the craziest time for college football. There's multiple reasons for that. Part of that is the early signing day. And Adam, I'll be interested to see if this date holds up because it was changed a couple years ago. It doesn't feel like it is fit the way that people hoped it would. But as far as this particular year, Tar Heels signed 20 players in their early signing period, another top 25 class for Carolina, and Tar Heels looking to bring in the next wave of Carolina stars. And that's 4 straight top 25 classes for the Tar Heels as they have really recruited well. 20 signees, 10 of them are going to enroll early. That used to be a rarity, and now it's almost the norm. You've got every position group represented. You've got 11 on defense, 9 on offense. Tar Heels felt like they filled a lot of needs. But as Jones said, I really think this calendar has got to be adjusted. This is a calendar from about 3 years ago, and the world has changed since then in college football in a lot of ways. You've got a lot of things going on now with the transfer portal, with players coming in and going out, some of which you may have heard about that we can't all fully discuss right here on these pages. But so the Tar Heels roster in a little bit of flux as they get ready for the Holiday Bowl, but it's not just the player roster, it's also the coaches as Carolina tries to incorporate some new faces on the coaching staff.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. Hurry, lock in this low rate on a new 2022 F-150, plus make no payments for 90 days. Choose from thousands of Ford trucks and SUVs only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We come from different places to experience a piece of history and leave our own mark on the storied fairways of number 2.
Not gonna believe this, girl.
Mom! Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it!
Opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Carolina football had some openings on its staff after Phil Longo and Jack Bicknell left to go to Wisconsin. That offensive coordinator and offensive line position filled by Chip Lindsey and Randy Clements. Those two new coaches, plus Mack Brown, met with the media to talk Tar Heel football earlier this week. Let's hear from those three gentlemen about the Heels.
How do we fix the red zone offense? One of the things you do is run the ball better. And that's what I was looking for. We've got a great passing game. And then I needed to have a guy that could fit with the offensive line coach I was hiring, that was going to be more physical and redo our running game. And at the same time, he could get along with the guy in the passing game. And I kept hearing Chip's name come up. I'd been around Chip. I'd met him some. Chip really believes in the air raid system. We want to keep it. We want to keep doing the things that we're doing well. I had long and good talks with Drake, and he said, Coach, let's get somebody who can teach me, and let's get somebody who will keep the great things we're doing on offense and can add some things. And as I looked at it, Chip was the perfect one for that. He's a great teacher. He's got two guys in the NFL that are quarterback guys. He and Randy Clements are very good friends. They've always wanted to work together, and they're very close in their philosophies. I hate the Browl system and the Malzahn system and the air raid system. It's really who's got the best players, and who's going to figure out how we get the ball to our best running backs, and who's going to figure out how to get the ball to the tight ends, and what about the Drake? How do we protect him better? So these two guys kept coming up, and then Lonnie Galloway, I made him passing game coordinator because Randy has agreed to keep basically the same terminology. He agreed that we're doing so many great things in the passing game. He didn't want to fix it, he wanted to tweak it. And I didn't want somebody coming in and starting over. I didn't want somebody coming in with their system. I want this system to get better. And that was very, very important as we were moving forward.
You know, and Drake, obviously, you know, he's a very talented guy already, just an outstanding young man. I've enjoyed getting to know him, but, you know, the opportunity to get a chance to coach a guy that you know, should be and is one of the better ones in the country is something that's really exciting. And, you know, the thing about Drake, too, is right off the bat, he's very personal, looks you in the eye when he's talking to you. He's very intelligent, understands football, and obviously I know about his family and all the tradition here with North Carolina. So, yeah, I'm a lucky guy, definitely blessed to be here, and looking forward to it.
You know, just be fast and physical. You know, I mean, don't tie. You know, it's just any position in football, but you don't want to tie them down with a lot of thoughts, you know, in between the time that they hear what the play is and the time that the ball snaps. So keep their minds clear, keep them, you know, focused on a technique that they've repped over and over and over again that they're going to use and rely on. And just don't make it complicated, because the fastest way to make a fast guy slow is to make him think. So, you know, we don't want to be thinking out there.
Being an offensive coordinator, you always watch certain teams throughout the year just trying to, you know, maybe it's somebody that's similar to you and looking for new ideas or so forth. And actually, we were in bowl prep getting ready for Duke, so North Carolina game came up a lot when I was at UCF, and so I was very familiar. And then obviously when this started with Coach, you know, and this opportunity being a possibility, I did my research as well, and had known Phil previously anyway, so it was kind of a relationship already there, and you know, we've been good on offense here, okay, and I understand that. We've been good at certain things, and you know, my goal is to come in and just improve and get better in certain areas that we need to, just like you would if you were a second year or a third year at a place. You always self-evaluate and self-scout yourself, and that's what we're in the process of doing right now. And then the opportunity to sit here and watch bowl practice and learn our personnel, I think was a huge advantage.
Every time you hire, you got to hire better. And it's not about the name, it's about the person that can come in and produce. And that's where it's fun for me to hire. I like it. I like the process. I like trying to figure out all the pieces. I like meeting new people. So it's fun for me. So I never worry about losing a coach. You always appreciate what they do when they're here. When they leave, and you know they're going to leave, all of them leave at some point or another. And they're all going to do what's best for them, and that's totally fair. And when I was talking about, I wish coaches couldn't leave till after the bowl game, I'm not talking about Phil and Jack being bad. I'm talking about I wish the process was in a position where coaches don't have to leave. No coach wants to leave his team. It's just right now it's the business, and it's what you got.
Not gonna believe this, girl.
Dad! Dad, have you seen this?
I did it.
Wells Fargo helps thousands of students go to college.
He got in.
By funding $107 million in scholarships and programming for diverse communities.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
When a bank does what it says,
I knew you could do it!
opportunity happens. Doing gets it done. Wells Fargo, the bank of doing.
I need to try it first.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919-ALL-4s.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
I need to try it first.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. Hurry, lock in this low rate on a new 2022 F-150, plus make no payments for 90 days. Choose from thousands of Ford trucks and SUVs only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Welcome back to the show, wrapping things up here on the Carolina Insider. Of course, we're right at the end of the 2022 calendar year. Tar Heel Athletic Director Bubba Cunningham sent out a video earlier this week thanking supporters of Carolina and the student athletes here in Chapel Hill for all of their contributions to what has been an impactful past 12 months. Wanted to let you see that. Let's hear from Bubba.
Tar Heels, as we begin another holiday season, there are so many things to be thankful for. Today, I want to say thank you to our students, our coaches, and our staff, as well as the Carolina family. It has been another fantastic year, and we could not have done it without you. During this fall semester, we have had great success in competition, winning our 58th national championship. Our field hockey program completed a perfect undefeated season and secured its 10th NCAA championship. Congratulations to Coach Shelton, who announced her retirement after 42 incredible years. Thank you, Karen, for your leadership and for so many unforgettable memories. Also this semester, our women's tennis player, Fiona Crawley, won both the ITA Fall Championship, including the ITA Singles National Championship. Women's soccer reached the program's 31st Women's College Cup and was the national runner-up this past month in Cary, North Carolina. Our women's basketball team reached the top 10 for the first time since 2015 and won the Phil Knight Invitational. Our cross-country program had great success. Both the men's and the women's teams reached the top 10 for the first time in school history, with the women finishing in 5th and the men finishing in 10th. And football won the ACC Coastal Division Championship and reached its 4th straight bowl game. I hope to see you in San Diego at the Holiday Bowl on December 28th. Academically, our Tar Heels continue to excel in the classroom as well. 18 of our programs posted a perfect 1,000 on the academic progress rate, 3 more than we had a year ago. What a semester, and there's so much more to come. To our student athletes, thank you for your dedication and your competitive spirit. There's nothing better than cheering on your success in and outside of competition. To our staff, thank you for your teamwork. Working together, you set the standard in so many areas of college athletics. To our fans, Rams Club members, and the Carolina community, thank you for your support. From your donations to your NIL activities, your support and presence at our events, we could not do it without you. And to our coaches, thank you for your leadership. Because of you, we are UNC, the University of National Champions. It has been a great year to be a Tar Heel. We look forward to seeing you all in 2023. Go Heels.
Again, happy holidays. Hope you have a wonderful time with your family and friends over the next week. We'll be back with you next week as well. Of course, we'll have Holiday Bowl highlights, Carolina in ACC play on the basketball court against Pittsburgh. We'll have that and more when we see you again on the Carolina Insider.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer, proud partner of Carolina Athletics. The 2022 Ford F-150, a tradition of excellence. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer today. Carolina Insider is produced by Go Heels Productions for Tar Heel Sports Properties, a property of Learfield.